Hey gems, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing knotless box braids on my daughter. I've already completed 2 rows. This is my first time doing an entire head of knotless box braids throughout my daughter's entire head. The time before I only did the perimeter. I only did the perimeter the last time I did her hair because it just seemed like a lot of work to do on a kid's head. But as of recently, I've really fell in love. The time I tried before, they were fairly new and I just wasn't feeling how it looked. I had to get used to that natural flat look with braids, and now I'm in love. So right now you can see I've started off with 3 sections and I started to braid at least 3 times before I added the extension. I sectioned off the extensions into 3 different sections and I had them ready on my rack. As you can see, I've added the first extension, and then I use this mango glaze that I like. It gives it the control on my daughter's natural hair to help with blending with the extensions as I braid. It's not an edge control, but it's like an edge control. It's like a paste, I would say, to just help keep it in place. I don't like to use a lot of product on her braids, so this is what I like to use. As I did it, I noticed that under braiding or under adding was the most comfortable way to add in the hair. But as I did her entire style, I really was just trying to figure out what was my rhythm and what felt right. I am a self-taught braider, so I know how to do a braid in itself. I've been braiding for a while, but to do this type of braid, you really have to go with the comfort or your braiding style. I usually under braid once I get so far from the scalp part of her head, and that's with braiding in general. So I added in the 3 sections. When I did the 2 rows before, I started off with 5 and I just felt like that was too much adding, so 3 felt comfortable. I've noticed that if you are a self-taught braider, you kind of know a lot more about the comfort of the way that you braid and the control of it. So I watched a ton of videos, so I think I did pretty good so far, and it's laying down pretty good. As you can see right there, I'm adding some more glaze and smoothing it in with the extension before I braid. Because I'm at the tip of her hair, I want it to be tucked nicely into her braid without sticking out at all, because then it'll get frizzy very quickly and I'll be wanting to take them out. So I want these braids to last at least 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm just adding more glaze towards the ends. And her hair is pre-stretched. I did a heatless pre-stretch method. If you want to know how to do that, look at my last video, or I'll put it at the bottom for you guys to click and watch. And I just continue to braid. Because my daughter wanted curly ends, I braided her hair to a certain spot, and then I tied a knot around each end to stop the hair from unraveling. And when I'm done braiding her entire head, I am going to curl each of those ends. Some people like to burn it, some people like to use a rubber band. I decided to tie a knot. As you can see, the hair is laying flat and it looks very natural. Right here you are seeing me have a section of hair, and I'm gonna twist it to see if that's the size of the braid. And usually where the twist is usually the size of the braid. And then I'm going to split the hair into 3 sections. I had 1 section still on my rack just in case I needed to add it, but I didn't. The twisting of the hair is always a good way to see if you are at the right size for each braid, and then you can section the hair if you are a beginner. Right here, you see me adding in hair like I would if I was doing a cornrow. I was just so uncomfortable with adding hair the way I was doing it that I went back into my comfortable space, and I think it turned out perfect. If you are trying knotless box braids for the first time and you are learning a certain technique and it just doesn't seem comfortable to you, try your comfortable space. I've learned that while doing these braids that me doing it in the original form I would do a cornrow and adding hair is just more comfortable. It's really hard to teach a dog new tricks, as they would say. So I'm not a dog, but this just became more easier for me and it just worked out well. So beginner stylists, do what makes you feel comfortable, because especially if it's giving the same outcome. Now, I would not say do what makes you feel more comfortable if it wasn't the same outcome. I feel like me putting the hair in that way, it seemed the same. It just was more comfortable in the sense of braiding. So if you're doing this and it's not turning out well, then do the way that you're learning.